Yep.
Welcome to the Barrel Buddies.
I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm not pissed off.
AKA.
Okay, why don't we jump right into the unfortunate what just happened outside.
I'm going to tell you what's unfortunate is the smell of apple bullshit that I'm getting.
I get it now too. I wondered what that was.
The trick or treat that's wafting in my face.
I'm kind of digging it. I love it. I love sour apple. Like, what, you know those suckers that are the apple with the caramel on it?
Yeah, that's it.
Now's the time of year.
It's that time.
Hi, I'm BJ. Sorry. I am a little tilted. I'm a little sour. Speaking of sour apple.
We should give it a minute for some more people to join. Red Beard, what's up, bud? Welcome.
What's up,
some
Red Beard?
guy, oh shoot, how do I get to it? Some guy posted on our last video who was, when we were talking about Thistlefinch,
Yeah.
was also from Lancaster.
From Lancaster.
Oh, I actually saw that.
Lancaster.
Yeah, Lancaster.
And he was talking about how they do a 5-year bottled in bond, which apparently is epic.
Uncle
Yeah.
Punky, what is this about? And
Yeah,
if you
wow.
saw Uncle Punky's Insta today, he stocked up. He had like 5 bottles of Burley and 6 bottles of Thistlefinch rye.
Oh,
He stocked up today. He stocked the bar.
That's good stock up. That is
That was a
great
good
stock
good
up.
stock up. No, hi everybody. How we doing? It's nice to see you. Welcome back to your weekly Whiskey Wednesday podcast. I'm going to get more confident in saying that once we actually come
Uncle
into something.
Punky! We were just talking about
talking about
you.
Is it weekly whiskey?
Weekly Whiskey Wednesday podcast.
Weekly Whiskey Wednesday.
Why are you saying it like that?
Do you want to know what's
Yeah.
so amazing? Is that we're all wearing our Barrel Buddies shirts
Yeah.
for the first time ever.
There
The
we
first
go.
time in months.
The hive mind is back.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so why am I a little tilted? Well, I had obtained through a friend this weekend who went down to one of our favorite liquor stores in West Covina Liquor, shout out.
Yep.
Good stuff.
They had a Elijah Craig barrel proof batch A121,
Oh, it
which
was an A.
we don't get A batches.
I haven't seen A. in
I've never seen
forever.
it.
And
Yeah.
so I paid him to mule that back. He called me and he's like, hey, do you want this? Absolutely, I want this. Stuck it in a very good canvas bag, like made for bottles. Put it in the back seat, had it on the floor. It tipped over. As soon as I opened the back door, yes, exactly what you think is going to happen happened. It fell right out of the door. And I went, no! It bounced once and then shattered into a million pieces. So there's a nice 750 milliliters of barrel-proof bourbon in James's driveway.
Yeah.
It smelled amazing.
Oh, it smelled great. Dude, that
But
was
I
sweet
asked him,
caramel.
like, tell me it broke to where, like, there's a little bit left, like we can filter it in a cheesecloth. Like, I was coming up with some wacky ideas.
Look at that kind of sucked that up pretty quick.
And then it was what, a foot drop? It wasn't even. I've had some
Yeah.
bottles drop
Yeah.
before where I'm like, it's a goner, and then it miraculously survives. And
Wait a minute.
Miraculously.
Hang on. Elijah Craig 16. Is that?
The
Or no,
18.
that was was it the Whistle Pig?
That was
That-
the
that broke on
18
yours?
is up there. The broken bottle. I've
Spidered
saved it. It's by
everywhere.
the Freedom Funnel.
All right, enough talking about lost whiskey. We've got enough of that on our things. It's time to drink that away. With tonight's show pick, tonight we have gone to something that we
Basil
haven't
Hayden.
done in a hot minute, ever, actually. So, BH, Vanna.
Yeah, there we go. Basil Hayden
Um,
toast.
Very polarizing reviews on this product. Yeah, we're very sad, guys. So anyways, we're drinking Basil Hayden Toast. I'm going to throw this out there. This has terrible reviews online. It's everywhere. It's readily available wherever Basil Hayden is sold. It's a Jim Beam product. Kentucky whiskey. And what they do is instead of using a charred barrel, they toast the barrel, which is a lighter char. And they claim that it gets more vanilla and caramel flavor.
What they claim.
That's what they claim.
We'll see.
I can't
So-
wait to make a shirt
No,
that
yeah,
is
sure.
that is all three of us doing this.
Yeah.
Zach with his head to the side, smiling and winking, and you and me with the hands in front of us.
So-
It's going to be great.
They dropped this product and people went bananas and went out and bought a bunch of it, and then they finally tasted it and they're like, what the?
I mean, it looks cool. You know,
It does.
looks cool. Like the idea sounds.
I'm gonna say
cool.
this much: this looks This is way better than their other bottle. I don't know if you guys know, regular Basil Hayden's has that weird paper label and wrap around it, the little belt.
Yeah, it looks like it's in a bag.
Yeah, it's like kind of in like a little paper bag.
It's
this
living in
is
its
awesome.
own bag.
Yeah, this looks really cool. Redbeard's asking, why does Basil Hayden refuse to make a whiskey that's barrel proof? And I would say because it's a Jim Beam product.
Yeah.
It's probably the
Yeah, you know,
answer why.
I'm going to give you a better reason. I'm going to give you a better reason than that. Because I think that's unfair. I think that's an unfair thing. I think
Okay.
it's an unfair
Hey,
thing
I'm
to
okay
say.
with Jim Beam. We haven't done a Jim Beam show, and there's like 4 really good Jim Beams out there.
That is true,
I
actually.
think you're being
$20.
generous.
I'm being
with that.
generous. There's 4 Jim Beams out there.
There are 4 Jim Beams out there
that we should try.
You used a descriptor that I don't agree with, but this is Jim Beam. This is a Jim Beam product, and Jim Beam actively acknowledges Jim Beam or Beam Suntory.
Beam
as
Suntory,
as
yeah.
they're now called. They actively acknowledge.
Are
that
you
this,
all right over here?
No, I'm stroking out with the
struggling.
struggling on the struggle bus.
All right.
They actively acknowledge that this is their lowest end. They say that this is even lower end than actual Jim Beam.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Really? Basil Hayden? Or
They-
Basil Hayden toast?
So they say Basil Hayden
In
is
general.
their entry level, and then it goes Jim Beam, and then several of the Jim Beam additional products,
Wow.
and then some of the Suntory products. But they acknowledge that Basil Hayden's is their thing.
They tried to make it fancy, and instead of James Beam, instead of Jim Beam, they call it James.
It's the
James-
James B. Beam.
James BB Distillery.
So yeah, they say that it goes Basil Hayden's, then it goes Jim Beam,
Yeah.
then it goes Booker, and then what's the other one? Not
It's almost like
Baker's. God dang.
Baker.
Baker's. I'm so sorry. I'm a hack.
Why did you pour this so heavy?
Because he wants you to enjoy it.
You're gonna enjoy it.
So I'm sorry.
I'm thinking you're
Basil,
gonna like it.
Beam, Baker's, and you're right. At the very top of that list is Booker's.
This smells like bubblegum and vanilla. It's so weird.
I think you're gonna.
It's very, very-
That sounds like your kind of thing.
Dude, it's very, very light.
So why don't we get back into this?
Bubblegum and unicorns.
So as you were saying, this has a different style of product process. So they toast it
a light
instead
toast
of char it.
It's not
instead
a
of a char.
So the light toast was what
So
again?
Mellow. It's supposed to just bring out caramel and vanilla flavor. It's very light mellow. The color looks kind of urine. Where did this big fly come from?
Wow,
Let
we
me
are
touch
hacks.
them.
We're freaking hacks tonight.
We're
It's
completely.
probably
We
the
lost
apple.
all
I think that-
credibility.
All right, this is distilled and bottled in Claremont, Frankfort, Kentucky, which I'm guessing is 2 different places. for
What's the
different
proof
places.
ABV? Give us
This
all
is
the
this
stuff.
is 80 proof, 40% alcohol.
40%.
Yep.
Wow.
Finish is
Wow.
supposed to, so this is notes of toasted wood, vanilla, and a light mouthfeel. Beam actively promotes this as the lightest bodied bourbon that they put out.
Yeah, let's see if this is like an everyday drinker.
So they say that this should be one of the most approachable things that you can get from a bourbon standpoint. They're saying here, specifically crafted new toast charred oak barrels impact a unique flavor on this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, revealing layered notes of toasted wood and sweet caramel, always with the subtle complexity for which Basil Hayden is known and loved. So that's kind of nice. And then it says the finish is sweet caramel. I'm sorry,
caramel.
sweet caramel. It's spelled as
Caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
Caramel.
See, I always say caramel is a solid, caramel is a liquid.
Makes sense.
It's all caramel.
Caramel, caramel,
All right,
caramel.
let's get into this right away. I mean, we've hacked it up. Let's just go.
Cheers.
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 We love you. Thanks for joining us. Who do we got in the chat tonight? Redbeard, Uncle Punky, Jackie Black. Welcome back. Wait, who's that? Sickles family?
The Sickles family.
I don't know how to say that. I hope that's right.
Sicklies.
We're hacks.
Perhaps. You know,
I care, that's why I
that
asked.
apple
Put it in
is
the
like
chat.
that apple's like mixing with this.
It's like I just did dishes and I cleaned out like a creme brulee ramekin, and this is the water that is left over.
Wow.
I've cleaned out.
All right, so you hate this. Shut it down.
No. It's not hate. It's just
It's a very faint nose.
yeah.
though.
It
is like dishwater.
Very, very
like
faint
dishwater. But not like it's not soapy. It's just
And I agree
so
that
light.
this trick-or-treat apple crap is really messing
No,
with
I mean
me.
it's really like
It's really
mixing.
strong.
Yeah, it's mixing. Like I smell this, but then I smell apple.
It's interesting for being only 40% alcohol and 80 proof, pretty low.
I think that's where they went wrong. I
This
think
is,
they proofed it down too much.
Yeah, they
It's
made
kind,
it
it's
perfect
kind
too much.
of spicy ethanol. I think the ethanol is really present.
I would love to try this a little barrel proofy. I'd like to see, just curious. You know, Jim Beam, if you're out there watching the show, Mr. Beam, hook us up. Send us a little sample.
Yeah, I agree. Oh man, the dishwater.
It has potential, right? But it's terrible.
The dishwater flavor, the nose goes to the flavor on that first sip.
That is very, very watered down.
Super light bodied.
I mean, if you're not a whiskey drinker, you know this is easily approachable.
That's so. Here's the thing. Maybe
this-
they're trying to find that market share.
This is how you get into whiskey, and then you
entry
kinda-
level.
Then you graduate after this.
The fastest 3 sips I've ever taken.
I'm trying to get to 3.
Wow.
But it has a weird.
It's like you're tasting it and it's gone.
I don't think caramel. I mean,
Like it's there. Like I get what they're saying with vanilla and caramel. I get that. But it's overpowered by a weird ethanol punch and then an off, like vegetable. I don't know, like a vegetable.
well, that's from that Knob Creek you were drinking.
No, it's not.
Yeah, this is
The
a
ethanol's
guest.
really
This is a
nasty.
guest
in
whiskey.
that. Maybe that's the mash bill.
Yeah, I don't really like the ethanol. So this is a high rye mash bill. Most Basil Hayden's is a high Kentucky rye.
What did they say for tasting notes again?
Vanilla caramel and toasted barrel.
So toasted wood, vanilla, light mouthfeel, finish, sweet caramel.
Why would you drink this? I don't know why you drink this.
All right, this is interesting. It swaps out rye for brown rice in the mash bill.
Ugh!
And a portion of the final whiskey is finished in toasted oak barrels after its initial aging period. Brown rice.
I'm getting the Kentucky hug from it though. I'm getting a little warm.
Why would they use brown rice?
How odd.
Brown rice based.
Brown rice and a bourbon. This is weird.
Huh.
So in lieu of rye.
Brown rice instead.
Which is weird because Basil Hayden's is traditionally a high rye Kentucky bourbon.
Oh, I think we got the percentages here. It's 63% corn, 23% brown rice, and 10% malted barley. Zach, I'm sad you paid $50 for this.
Yeah, this is definitely getting a 1 when it comes to value. Ugh.
Yeah, light brown sugar, caramel, buttered toast. I don't really get cinnamon. I don't get any cinnamon.
No, I wish I got cinnamon.
Sweet bread, almond. Heat and spice ramp up on the finish.
I mean, the finish, I do get like a vanilla caramel, but it's very, very faint. Everything's super faint, and it's just because of the
I'm ready to score this.
yeah, for the alcohol percentage.
I'm ready to score this. Anybody else?
Waiting still for Florida Costco to pull in that Kirkland Select Bourbon RP.
I'm
Yeah,
ready for
cheers,
you to
bud.
do that too.
No, let us know, because here's the thing. Word on the street is that it's already been distroed. So
Like it's gone. No more coming.
it apparently was out last month. Like September was the distro month. So if you haven't gotten it now, it may have already come and gone. I don't mean to be that guy.
Secondary market. I don't know what secondary is going to look like on those liter bottles, but
What was that for? The Costco whiskey?
Yeah, so
for
they
the Bartons.
the Bartons, the 1792, where they did the single barrel.
I'm going to cut this.
Yeah, I'm curious cutting it. So here's the thing. I think that their marketing team, Jim Beam, was like, hey, we need an entry level, approachable,
And we got all this rice. What are we going to do?
or maybe Basil Hayden's sales.
Let's hide it behind a bunch of toasted barrels.
Maybe Basil Hayden's sales just wasn't doing it, or they're like, oh, all the taters want some type of offshoot, so they're like, oh, let's toast it.
Yeah, this is something where like it's an entry level.
Cut it.
I mean, it's like
This is one of those weird moments where I feel like cutting it. You should give it a little more than that. You have a lot more than I gave, and I used about the same. This is one of those weird instances where I feel like cutting it actually beefed up the flavor.
Oh.
And I know we talked about last week. What did we drink last week? Last week we got that beef tallow. By cutting into it, got real meaty, that steaky flavor.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit more there when you cut it.
I think cutting it actually.
Yeah, adding
I would
water.
never think about adding water to this.
Dude, to
Watering down something so watery.
to an 80 proof. Yeah.
It makes me think that this would probably be best on the rocks.
On ice, yeah. This is This is to be drunk on ice.
Yeah, I mean, you could drink this super cold, and
Yes.
it would taste good.
It would taste the same.
But neat. I don't know.
This is one of those things. I think you're at an event. This quarter four.
If this is at a bar,
you see this at a open bar, and that's your best option. Okay, it's worth the first drink, but then it's going to be time to start switching to Jack or Johnny Walker. Okay, let's score it out. Let's start with you. Nose.
I didn't mind the nose. Can I see the bottle real quick?
Yeah,
It's
go for it.
tainted here. So. I enjoyed the nose. Is pleasant. I'm gonna give the nose a 2. I like the nose. I like that sweet. That sweetness really comes out. So in the nose, you get that caramel, vanilla, that toast of what they're talking about. So, guys, if you remember, we've talked about toasting barrels in the past or charring barrels. It's literally the flame scorching the barrel, and it's just burning the sugars from the wood, right? From that new oak. And if you just do a lighter char of that, you're not getting a lot of those biff tannins, all of that oak tannin profile, but you're getting that sugary sweetness, which I think they were trying to pull out of this.
Right. Less pepper.
And I think with the nose, it's a winner, but with the taste, it's a definite loser.
So you're giving it a 2. What are you
I'm gonna
giving
give it a 2 on the nose.
The nose, I will actually give it. To be honest with you, I'm gonna go with James. This is a very low end 2, though. By the way, I don't know. Like it's a very faint nose. It smells good. There really isn't
I don't
anything
think it's
wrong.
faint. I think once you started pouring it, I was like, whoa, caramel vanilla. Like, here's the thing. It's one of those things that you smell and then you're sorely disappointed when you taste it.
Yeah, the smell, the nose does not translate into the taste. That's for sure.
So you're giving it a.
I'll give it a 2.
Watered down, you get a little mint, like spearmint.
Cool. This has the nose of Michael Jackson. It's a 0. It's non-existent. It's not there.
That's a bit fucking harsh.
So.
The
taste-
nose of Michael Jackson. Fake nose.
Taste that gets a 1 for me. Gets a 1. I'm not gonna shit on it, which I know these guys will probably go less than that. But here's the thing.
We gave it a what?
Not a 1.
You think we're gonna go less than that?
So it's not terrible. It's palatable. I think it's for a specific audience. I think this is definitely an entry level. If somebody's never had whiskey before, you're a big whiskey drinker, I think you can start somebody off with this because, again, it's 40%, it's 80 proof, it's very approachable. This is somebody that goes from like drinking beers every day and you want to start inching their way into whiskey. This is what you use. I think it fits in that category. So it just gets a 1. It's nothing blowing me away here.
I think you're gonna be surprised
Okay.
that I agree with you. It's great entry-level bourbon.
Yeah.
For a toddler teething, it's a great thing to put on their gums. This gets a freaking 0. It's awful. I wouldn't drink it again or spend money on it. So entry level, yeah, for somebody who's under a year. Zach?
I'm also going to give it a 1. For me, it's not my cup of tea. The nose is much better than the taste. Taste is very faint. You can taste everything that's like the tasting notes are pretty close, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, this isn't something that stays with you. It's like you
Come
taste
and
it
goes.
and it's gone.
Come and goes.
You
Yeah.
drink and it's gone.
You know what? I believe that the non-alcoholic bourbons that are being touted out there, it's probably real similar to this.
Probably.
That fake. It tastes like fake bourbon.
It's like-
it tastes like
it's
fake
the-
bourbon. It tastes artificial.
It's the St. Pauli's girl bourbon.
No, because I never forgot my first St. Pauli's girl. But I'm gonna forget this the moment I walk out the door.
someone from Jim Beam is probably watching. They were going to sponsor us, and you just shit all over that.
Listen, Jim Beam makes quality, great products. White label Jim Beam, great.
Old Tub.
Little book, Old Tub, Old Granddad.
Have we done an
Loving
Old
them.
Tub show?
Loving them.
Have we done
this?
an Old Tub show?
I don't think we've
Here's
done
the only
Old
thing
Tub.
I'm going to remember about this. Not to buy it. Speaking of buying it, let's talk about some value. Zach, what did you pay for this bottle?
This was $50.
$50?
Sorry,
It's
you
insane.
lost. Zach, it's almost like you broke a bottle in the driveway this evening.
Yeah, for
5
value,
0?
for that, I'd give it a 0. 0 for value.
We've been there.
I mean, $20. Yeah,
We've all
sure,
made a
I'd
bad
go for that.
mistake.
But yeah. I enjoy Basil Hayden's, the original.
I agree.
Right?
Regular basil is great.
Regular basil's great, and I think the regular basil's 90 proof, right? Is it not, or is it 80 proof? I can't remember. But it's not like this. Yeah, like the toasty barrel and the low amount of alcohol that comes with it, and that high price.
No, Basil
tag.
Hayden's is 80 proof.
Is it 80 proof?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All the basil products are 80.
Oh, so it's okay,
There's
so
only
it's-
fucking 2. It's this and regular.
No,
This is
they
regular?
make some basil
No, they
products
don't.
that are casked differently, that are treated differently.
Anyway, this show's off the rails. We're talking like we
Come
got
on,
absolutely
value.
no dog shit.
Value.
At fucking 0, a $50 bottle? That's embarrassing. I would never pay $50.
I give it a -1. My total score tonight is a -1.
Here's the thing. I'm feeling $30 is where this needs to be priced.
You'd pay money for this?
Stop. Like $30 I think is fair. If Zach came in here and said 30, I'd be like,
Then it's understandable.
yeah.
Jim Beam, I want you to pay us for doing this episode.
One day,
It's-
one of these days.
Yeah.
But
it's-
50? Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell
no,
no.
Yeah, like
That's a lot of money.
Looking back on it, I probably should have gotten the gallon Giganto Basil Hayden.
Yeah, we
Oh
would've-
wait, they
we
make a
would've
handle?
drank that.
Yeah.
They make a handle of it?
Yeah, they have the handle.
That's a great mixer. This is not a great
We
mixer.
would've drank
It's too
that.
light. You can't mix with it.
Yeah, this is for somebody that doesn't drink whiskey.
Yeah.
Let them try it. Say, hey, this is light.
Somebody that wants
light
to
whiskey.
open the door and put their foot in the water a little bit.
Yeah, this is light
in the
whiskey.
pool.
Very, very light.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let
it's not garbage.
anybody drink
Jeff
this.
Smith, what up?
I wouldn't let anybody drink this. This is not something I want people to love. bourbon
RP
and
Bottle
whiskey.
and Bond of all sorts we love here on the show.
I wouldn't let anybody who I want to get into whiskey drink this. This to me is something that you let somebody drink that you're like, oh, you want to get into whiskey? I don't want you to get into whiskey. You should drink this so that they go, oh yeah, no, I don't think I like this. I'm gonna continue to drink my Tito's and soda. This is terrible.
Again, he's a bit harsh.
0.
It's not.
This is my first 0 score
Here's the thing.
I'm ever giving to a whiskey. 0.
So I gave it a trace.
What did they say at Chernobyl? It's not bad, but it's not good. Like it's not. It's not.
I can't believe you right now.
I'm not completely taking a big dump on it, and I know you guys are like, "Oh, James."
I can't believe you.
shit all over this. Everybody's like, James is gonna come in and give it the big 0.
That's your. That's
I give
your
it a
MO,
3.
That's
I
your
give it a
style.
3.
I
It's
cannot
total.
believe you would even give it that.
I thought the nose was very pleasant when you first poured it. I was like, maybe this will
No,
surprise me.
what you were smelling was the trick
No,
or
I
treat.
know the apple dog shit that we're gonna.
Oh,
try.
you know what? Putting that to your nose kind of smells like pee.
Anyway, 3 is a total score for me. What did you give it?
0.
Zach, what did you give it?
I give it a 3 overall.
So Zach and I are in alignment with a 3.
This would be like the bottle that looks nice. That'll just sit in the
The
liquor
bottle's
cabinet.
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah,
The bottle's on point.
I can't
It's
wait.
a classy looking bottle.
You know what this bottle's going to be great for? On New Year's, when we turn it into a Molotov cocktail and throw it in the street. Wow. But at 40%, I don't even know if it's going to burn.
No, you gotta be.
All right, so anyway, that
Give me
wraps
that.
up our Basil Hayden's review. So now we're going to get to our trick or treat
It's
portion.
Halloween month.
So friends, as you know, for the month of Halloween, if you haven't been on the show yet for October,
Spooky.
we are doing what's called trick or treat. And
It's-
we're doing it at the end of the show. Each one of us are blind purchasing and blind tasting. Each of us each week are alternating with what we're going to bring on board.
That said,
either a trick or a treat.
last week's was not 100% blind, as we had all three already had what we had last week. That was Screwball.
I brought the Screwball.
Screwball.
I thought it was okay. I thought Screwball was
The
fun.
sheep, yeah, the sheep on the whiskey.
The week prior to that was absolute dog shit.
No, it wasn't that bad, and I'd never had that before.
Oh, that was the.
Plus, you guys had never had that. The Jameson Cold Brew.
Yeah,
I
Jameson
thought it was like
coffee.
barbecue.
Pretty delightful. I thought it was,
It was-
shockingly good.
So anyway-
it was different. I don't know.
So have you had this before? What you brought
This
for us
week,
tonight?
I have
Zach
not.
brought us
I have
something.
not had this before.
Bird Dog Apple.
It's bird dog apple. It's bird dog apple.
It's Bird Dog Apple.
Alright,
So
cheers.
Zach poured something and it smelled very apple-like.
Very apple-y, but up to your nose.
Oh, it is
Christ.
apple up the
It's
yin
super
yang.
green apple.
Green apple.
But
yeah.
not in a good way.
It's almost like 99 apples. If they
Far
were made
away.
that.
This is a
Far away
Granny
it was
Smith.
good, but up close, I'm like,
It's a
ooh.
Granny Smith apple.
You know what that
right there.
smells like? That
Dude,
smells like
come on.
regrets.
99 apples. Tell me 99 does 99
I mean, it
apples.
smells like barf.
They do 99 apples. This is 99
Oh.
apples.
Oh.
Oh, this is 99.
Not
It does
that.
not smell like barf.
It
not that.
no, it smells like regrets.
Yeah, it's got a very nice apple smell to it. I enjoy it.
Let me do this. Let me see if... Oh, God.
This is like Screwball, but apple.
I'm gonna tell you, it's better than Screwball.
I think it's 99 apples.
The alcohol content on this is fairly high. This is get you drunk. This is get you drunk.
fucking 99 apples, that's why.
No, this isn't 99 apples. He already said it's not 99 apples.
Well, he hasn't said really anything yet, but here we go. Here we go.
Zach, are you gonna go get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna look and see. Hang on a second. Let me
It's
check.
kind of good. The burn afterwards gets rid of that sugary sweetness. It's not bad.
Oh, it's got like a fire. There's a fire.
It's a fire, but it tastes like regrets. It smells like regret,
And
and it
it's-
tastes like
Yeah,
regret.
you drink this all night long, you're gonna wake up
Oh.
with a bad hangover.
No, you're gonna puke.
This,
Yeah,
You're gonna
you'll
puke.
probably throw up. Yeah.
it tastes like somebody took a really shitty vodka and dumped in a pallet of sour apple Jolly Ranchers.
Oh,
Just
Jolly
like-
Rancher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melt down in the
Yeah.
alcohol.
It's
It's,
an-
a
yeah.
shitty
It's an apple
green
Jolly Rancher.
alcohol.
Or
Super
really,
low alcohol. It's not 99
this is
apples.
Gordon's Albertson's whiskey that you've been taking Jolly Rancher green apple
Ooh.
and soaking in for the weekend party.
like jungle
this
juice,
This
huh?
is a
Yeah.
fun. It's definitely a trick, but it's a fun apple.
But it's a trick that is a treat. It's definitely a trick that's going to be a treat at your Halloween party, but at the end of the night
Listen,
is still a trick.
you're
Right. Yeah, you might end up.
You're gonna see some fun. Some ladies are gonna do some fun things. Some guys are gonna do some fun things. But at the end of the night, everyone's gonna regret it.
And-
Toffee Coco, what up?
Top
He
top
goes,
feed.
what up, legends?
All right, so
Oh,
Here's the thing.
I'm honored.
Hold on. This is the. Oh, I totally lost my train of thought here. This is apple. I don't know. I don't even know how to really describe this. Like,
Go get the
this-
bottle. I
No,
got it
get
now.
the
oh,
bottle.
I got it right here.
Oh, hang tight.
All right. So what?
You got the little guy. You didn't commit to a full bottle.
Oh hell no, no.
Okay, good for you.
This is like you take to the parties and like this is something you put in jungle juice or you make like a really fancy apple drink. Not fancy, like a
Right. Yeah. It's for the girls.
It's for fun. It's for effect.
It's for the girls,
women. It's
yeah.
well, not for the women. It's for anybody.
That's right.
Um,
It's for me too.
No. It's for anybody.
Hey.
I just,
So you're
here's the
thinking-
thing. You're going to get
Sorry,
a
I
sugar
meant to say it like
buzz.
this. It's for me too.
Listen, you're going to get a sugar buzz before you get drunk off this.
Yeah,
This has a
right.
lot
Oh,
of
this is a
artificial
headache.
sugar.
And a sugar headache.
It's a
too.
headache. It's a
Yeah,
big
you're gonna
headache.
have a headache in the morning. You're gonna have a headache while you're drinking it.
Oh yeah, like it's super cloyingly sweet. Like
Yeah.
All right. So the big
syrupy
reveal.
sweet.
But the alcohol content, it tricks you. The burn tricks that sweetness away. Oh, he's
All
gonna
right,
reveal
oh, he's
on
gonna
the
do the
front.
reveal.
The reveal. Da da da.
Williams apple.
Yeah. Interesting.
It is. It's very sweet.
That's amazing! I didn't even know they made that.
I had no
That is
idea.
so
either.
cool.
Like I was looking around and I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait, so are you happier about it knowing that it's Evan Williams?
I'm so happy about this.
Yeah.
Kentucky
Oh.
straight bourbon.
Somebody is caught by branding.
So it's blended with apple liqueur.
That makes sense. That's the sweetness.
So here's what it is. So they take the 40% Evan and they mix it down, or they proof it down to 35%, and they proof it instead of water with apple liqueur.
Oh God! Again, this is regrets. This is regrets. 100%.
Get it. Evan,
But remember, like the trick or treat, we're not comparing that to regular whiskey. It's just
Did we each get an airline bottle? A
yes,
full airline bottle?
full airline bottle. If you were on a plane, that would cost you $10, $15.
$12.
Yeah.
Cost you $12.
Yeah, I would take the regular Evan Williams over the Evan Williams app.
Million times. So, James, let's go down the line. Trick or treat.
It's a trick. It's a trick. It's fun, and I'm kind of hung up on the Evan Williams.
But
thing.
you're not
I
going to drink
appreciate
it all
that.
night, though.
No,
So-
no, you're not going to drink it all night.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this a trick. This is it is a trick or treat trick. So it starts as a trick that is going to eventually put you into it. This is so good. You're gonna hear the music going. You're like, yeah, this is great. Woo! And then you're gonna be barfing in a trash can or in a sink with your friends. It's gonna be bad. So it's
Take
gonna
a
be
sip,
a
take
trick.
a sip,
That's a
Zach,
treat.
take a sip.
That is a trick.
take a sip.
Not trick or treat, Zach?
I'm going to call it a treat. I think it tastes great.
You do.
But you know
Of
what?
course.
But you know what? I wouldn't drink it all night long. I probably wouldn't go out and actually buy the full-on bottle. But
I wouldn't buy a big bottle of this.
it tastes pretty good. But you're going to get a bad fucking headache.
You know
and
what?
you're going to throw up.
I'm really scared that my wife would really like this.
No, here's the thing.
This is like Crown Apple-ish.
It
It's
makes me
Crown
think of-
apple.
Yeah.
You could get crazy with this. So think of like ginger ale with this or Sprite.
Oh
You
God.
could really make some
and
crazy.
you guys called it a trick.
I'm still calling it a trick because you're gonna
It
get
is a trick.
sick. You're
Yeah.
gonna get sick.
It's the trick that makes you sick.
You're gonna have a sugar coma or you're gonna have a headache.
You're gonna get diabetes
That-
from drinking this.
You're going to get all
diabetes.
three. You're gonna get
Diabetes.
all three.
Diabetes.
Diabetes,
Yeah.
hangover,
Yeah.
headache.
Wilford Brimley on his horse, Oatmeal Man, diabetes.
I'd like to talk to you
Diabetes.
about something. Evan
Liberty-
Williams Apple.
Yeah,
It
Liberty
gives
Medical.
you the diabetes.
You check
Strips.
your blood pressure, you check it
check the
often.
blood pressure.
You got
Anyway,
diabetes.
we got a lot of chat here going on. So family says, "Oh great, I've been looking for something to make me puke."
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, there we go.
Evan Williams, Apple.
Could we
Anything.
also recommend
Actually,
Underberg? Because if you collect enough of those little bottle caps, you get to turn it in for free stuff.
yeah. But I would also say everything Apple, anything Apple is probably going to make you.
Yeah,
Listen,
we agree with that.
I'm gonna get you guys. I'm bringing 99 coconuts or something to really.
I want to be tricked. Really, like the cold brew. I think it was a trick, right? I want another trick. Maybe
Okay.
a treat.
All right.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Well,
I
it's-
mean, we have
So-
1, 2, 3, 3 more shows,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
BJ and then me and then back to you, Zach.
I will. I'll deliver. I'll
I'll
deliver.
deliver. That being said, I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ. Thanks for joining us this week.
Have a good night.
Can't wait to see you till next week.
Yeah.
Drink well.
Thanks.
Oh, did you order a pizza?
Oh, I think I did order. Oh, the pizza's here.
Pizza's here.